What is up, YouTube? What is up, my fellow freaks and maniacs, or fellow Earthlings? Yes. Today's video is a different video. I've seen many people do this everywhere: YouTube, Instagram. But everyone, they be ranking albums, but they rank albums or list albums. It's a list, yeah, a list of blue albums or whatever color albums. I picked blue. So originally it was gonna be 10, but then I was like, this one's pretty good, that one's pretty good. I was like, okay, I'm at like 13. Might as well add 2 more and make it 15. So here are 15 blue albums. No poser stuff, okay? As much as I love that album, that's poser stuff. Everyone has that in their list. So this is all just underrated, mostly underground. There's not any Far Beyond Driven in here. I mean, it's a good album, but like, come on now, it's in everyone's list. I'm trying to make a video with albums that aren't in anybody's list, or at least isn't mentioned as much. It's more creative. Anyway, they're not in any ABC order or any order. They're just, I just pulled them from the shelf. Okay, so our first blue album is Altar, Youth Against Christ. I need to find this on Jewel Case because I don't like digipacks, but first standing, this is okay. But yeah, it's pretty blue. This is my Deicide Worship. Pretty good. But I only know this album. I know they have some later works, but I just haven't really checked them out that much. But this is a strong album though. 94, death metal, Deicide Worship. Look, there's even a little memo down there. It's religions are no fun. Religions endanger the life and happiness of millions. It must stop. We appeal in particular to the youth of today. Stop the madness. There are better things in life. Very agreeable. So yeah. This ain't in other people's blue lists. So yeah. Next blue album. I only have 2 digipacks. Everything has a Jewel Case. So that's cool. Shout out to Jewel Cases. We got a melodic, technical death metal release. I've talked about it before. Doesn't get enough love as it deserves. This is Anata with the Conductor's Departure. I know, doesn't sound super extreme. Cover art, some dude in a chair, but riffs for days. Riffs, sick melodies. No one talks about. I bring this band up, Anata, to dudes who like technical death metal and melodic death metal. They don't know it. And I wouldn't say no one knows this band. I mean, they've been around. When did this come out? Shit, this is a reissue. It says 21. It did not come out in 21. I'm pretty sure this was late. Like, I'm pretty sure the band formed mid-90s. I don't think this is their first album, though. I think it's a second or third. I'll need to check again. But anyway, they're not like an unheard of band. And they're not like a nobody band. They've been around for a while. But it's like every time I bring it up, no one knows it. And then they only want to talk about Infuri. And it's like, dude, quit listening to Infuri. That's deathcore. Listen to Anata. It's better. Anyway, to continue it, now we have a big band here. Could say it's on the poser list because it's on everyone's list, but not the release you're probably thinking. I have seen this band on lists, and it's only their other blue album. So, without further ado, Sepultura with Schizophrenia. You see, A lot of people do put Sepultura on there, but it's usually Chaos AD, which, I mean, this is a very solid album. But I don't see enough love for Schizophrenia. So I pick Schizophrenia. Because it's nothing but riffs and thrashy Brazilian goodness. Yeah, it's really good. It's so good. It's actually in my CD player right now. But yeah, like usually you see Sepultura, but it's always Chaos AD. They're not putting Schizophrenia, and it's like, hello. I always thought the cover art was interesting, but I mean, yeah, it's a blue album by a big artist that it's outshined by their other blue album. Keeping it going here, some doomy black metal. I think it's actually been a while since I've listened to this band. They are headlining for the first time in the U.S. forever at a festival. That is the Dead by Dog Fest Volume 2. I'm not going because I'm broke as shit. Now, I know everyone's going to call me a poser for that, but, you know, life's a bitch. So, yeah. I'd like to go, but I got to be realistic. Enough rambling. This is a Denial of God. With, this is, I think this, what is this called? I always forget. The Hollow Mass. Oh, man, all the teeth fell out. But, yeah, I mean, see the Hell's Headbanger logo there? It has been a while since I've played this. I've kind of forgot how it sounds. That's not saying it's bad. I just probably should throw it in the player. But I remember it being black metal-y and doomy and pretty damn cool. But yeah, that's blue. And definitely ain't on everyone else's blue album list. So yeah, Denial of God. Keeping it going, I think this is technically an EP, but I'm not gonna milk it. I'm not gonna make another video of top 10 blue EPs, okay? I feel like I'm already milking it if I do other colors, which I might. But yeah, keeping it going with the blue train here. Depravity, Sounds of the Centuries. It's pretty blue. Sadly, the guy who did the artwork for this album, for Demigod and Demolich and many other bands, sadly, he passed away recently. And that's sad. But yeah, it's just the front art here that's blue, but I think it's a cool artwork. I should probably get a patch of it for the vest. But yeah. Keeping it going. Got the shirt right here. The band on the shirt. But I went with Majesty and Decay because this is my favorite Immolation album. Well, one of my favorites. It's really hard to pick a number one for this band. I like the whole discography. It's constant battles, but I love this album so much. Just it is very good. They don't have any bad albums, but there are some that are better than others. And this one's ranked relatively high for me. It's perfection. Perfection. I think my favorite track is probably title track. I mean, because it's sort of a concept album about how kingdoms rise and fall. And the songs just deliver. They really do show it. I mean, because like Majesty and Decay title track, you know, it sounds like a well-oiled pummeling machine throughout the song, but then like in human form it sounds like things are falling apart, and it just keeps going. It's 12 tracks, all killer, no filler. You know, I play this one all the time, and I'm probably gonna get this artwork tatted because I think it's just really, really good. But yes, Majesty and Decay. Keeping it going. I wasn't sure to put this on here because it does have a good amount of blend of purple to it, and the original artwork is not blue. This is like a redid artwork. But I don't know. I figured I would just go ahead and throw it in there. It's not on everyone's list. It was October Tide. Their debut album, Rain Without End. It's Swedish melodic death metal, doom metal, somewhere in between. I think one of the guys from Catatonia, is this his side project? But I like this more than Catatonia or Catatonia for the most part. But I saw them live, and it was kind of a disappointing set because I saw them open for, what was that? Was that Emperor? I think it was. And yeah, it was Opeth. Yeah. And it was a disappointing set because they only played the new album. They didn't play anything old or even in between. They didn't even play anything off like the 2020 albums, some relatively recent. Just strictly the new album. And it just was kind of a boring set. But I don't know. I think there's enough blue on there. What's cool is this release has the original mix, and then it has the remaster from 2008 or whatever, which they're pretty close in sound. I mean, because it just plays after the other. But yeah, October Tide. Been a fan for a long time. Keeping it going. Showed this one recently. It's a brutal death metal release. Man, that artwork is just so cool. There's Burial, Enlightened Pain. Like, I showed it off in my last video, but, like, I don't know, it's just a really good artwork. I don't know who did the artwork, but props on that guy. I'm curious if he did any other albums for other bands, because, this is just a cool, I mean, it's an awesome album, too. But, man, it's just a cool-looking cover art. Just can't argue with that. That it's cool. Enlightened with Pain. Although I think some of the other artworks in here are new. One kind of comes off as purple, but yeah, I know I showed this off recently, but the last video, I'm pretty sure, but it's too cool, and it's not in everyone else's blue list. Anyway, I'm keeping it going. One of the biggest band in metal is up next, but it's one of their blue albums, which I'm pretty sure it's their only album that's blue when I think about it. Anyway, unrelated release, or a release that no one listens to from this huge ass band, and it's like, why? Because it's awesome, and it's got Ronnie James Dio singing on it. Yeah, Black Sabbath, Dehumanized. No one talks about this album. I mean, sometimes they do, and they always say it's a cool album, but, like, the artwork's cool. It's blue. Sure, there's no Ozzy, but damn, this album's awesome. I love it. And the first two with Dio are great, but people forget about this one, and that's probably because the next releases kind of get, because Black Sabbath has 19 studio albums, and a lot of them just get undershadowed, or some aren't as good as others. I wouldn't say any of them are trash, though. But yeah, dude, that's such cool artwork. But you don't ever see this on anyone's list, which is surprising, because once again, it's like the biggest band in metal, but yet it ain't in their list. And that's because they don't dive deep. They listen to metal and listen to like 3 bands, and then they call it good. They check out only the new stuff. Which, I mean, sure, check out new music, but also older stuff's more important. Because we wouldn't have the new stuff if it weren't for the old stuff. The roots. Anyway, another bigger band, well-known band. Technically an EP, but once again, I'm not trying to milk it. Mortician. Zombie Apocalypse. This album speaks for itself, and it is signed by Will Armour. My good friend went to Maryland Death Fest and got this signed for me. Thank you. I am very appreciative for that. It was a real one. And also, this disc is blue. Isn't that cool? Yeah. Yes. Sorry, he's wearing a Star Wars shirt. Anyway, Mortician, Zombie Apocalypse. Keeping it going. It's a bit of a black metal band here. Pretty well known. This could be in other people's blue list. I don't know. It's a Belphegor with Bondage Goat Zombie. This is one of the more goofier releases, I'd like to say, just because half of it don't really make sense. Like Shred for Satan. It's kind of cringe. It's a good song though. I mean, it's a good album. I just feel like they were not taking this one as serious. I mean, it's called Bondage Goat Zombie. That's not even a proper sentence. So, but I mean, Sex Dictator Lucifer. Like, what does that mean? Chronicles of Crime? I don't know. I mean, Stigma Diabolicum is pretty good. A little more serious song, but I did see these guys live. They did not sign my CD though, because they went off the stage and straight to the bus, and they went. I can't show that part. It got boobies, but still really solid band. They have a bit of a problem though with their reissues. I think it's the Nuclear Blast reissues. I think I mentioned it before, but the re-recordings or mastering, whatever, I don't know, are really quiet and they just don't sound as good. So look for first presses. If you're trying to buy, Belphegor CD, don't get the new ones. Keeping it going. This is blue enough. I mean, it's got the purple in there, but I'd say it's blue enough. This is a death metal classic in my book, and I've showed it before. This is Resurrection, Embalmed Existence. Love this album. Great 90s Florida death metal. Look at that old Nuclear Blast logo. Just killer. And it's got really unique interlude tracks. I've never heard it in either album before, and I think it's really cool. A lot of people don't like it because of that, and they're just posers. Because yeah, it's cool, it's original, and it's not talked about or mentioned as much as it should be. And I mean, it was even mastered by the what's his face, Scott Barnes. Yeah, I think that's the guy. So yeah, it's music to mingle your mind. They also have a Kiss cover on here. They cover War Machine. What's up with metal bands covering War Machine? There's quite a few bands that have covered it. I mean, it's a good song, but why is everyone picking this one song by Kiss in particular? Is there something I'm missing? I mean, I like Kiss. I've known them for a long time, ever since I was a little kid, but keeping it going. Got something brutal. Showed it off not long ago. Syphilic. And Justice for None. It's blue. Yeah, there's some purple in there, but I'd say it's mostly blue. This is a Brutal Mind Indonesia press. Shout out to Indonesia. Even came with a poster. Although it's not in here. It's hanging up, but I don't... Yeah, you can't see it on camera. I think the flag's covering it, but... I mean, it's not a super huge poster or anything like that, but... I don't know. Syphilic. I feel like they don't get talked about enough in the brutal scene. Of course, I'm pretty sure I've said that before, so I'm just going to keep it going. Second to last release here. This one is signed in gold marker by the whole band, so it kind of does take away from the blueness, but it's blue. Skeletal Remains. I've listened to this a few times. It is pretty solid, and it was nice seeing him live. I hadn't gotten to see him yet. My friends have seen him a few times, and shoot, they had the markers there. They're like, "Hey, we'll sign it for you." So I was like, "I ain't gonna say no." What is this one called? The Entombment of Chaos. But yeah, I mean, it's pretty blue. Oh shit! Disc fell out. We're good. Didn't drop it. Fuck! Well, now we did drop it. And it's disc side. Oh shit. Whew. Okay, good. We're good. We're good. There's no scratches. I don't see any scratches. That that could have been bad. Yeah, it's all right. I don't see no scratches. Whew. Okay, yeah, there's a couple teeth missing. Missing. Didn't realize that. Got to replace that jewel case. Okay, we're gonna keep that going. that could have been really bad. I'm glad. Whew. Okay, last up here, got a black metal release, symphonic black metal, newer-ish band, but a really, really great band. I think this is also technically an EP. Once again, not milking it. Worm, Blue Nothing. I remember when this came out. It was awesome. It still is awesome. It continues to be awesome. Worm is awesome. I've seen them live twice. They're very awesome. I can't get enough of them. And I don't feel like I know they're getting pretty big. They're decently big at this point, but still no one really talks about them. I don't see many people talking about it. I mean, I know people go to their shows, you know, because every now and then I'll see posts about them. That's cool. But like, I don't know. I just don't. It's weird. It's like I think they're pretty big online, but like in person, you don't see it. And then when you do see it online, on top of that, you know, it's like concert footage or live photos, studio photos, or you're the label saying new release or new tour. But I don't see too many people saying, "Oh my gosh, new tour." So it's weird. I don't know. I almost still want to say they're underground. I got to meet the guys though. They're really cool. But yeah, this is my list for 15 blue albums that are just really cool. I'm gonna leave it there. Please write in the comments any albums you think are underrated that are blue. Maybe I know them, maybe I don't. I know I have a few more blue albums, but I didn't want to make it go past 20, 30, 40, 50, you know, it'd just be too long. It was originally going to be 10. So, but I made it go to 15. But that has been me. That has been the channel. That has been the video. So, comment down below. And make sure to like and subscribe. Or don't. I don't care. Goodbye.